I'm about to die.
What up, fam? And today we are here with what is called a couch conversation. Gabebabetv has inspired us to kind of start up this whole couch conversation
Shout out to Gabebab.
topic. So we're going to start today with a book that we got from a Christian bookstore. It's called Love Talk Starters. And it just holds 275 questions just to get the conversation started. I think in your marriage, a lot of times, or in your relationship, you kind of have the same conversations. You know, how was your day? What do you want to do tonight? That sort of type of thing. Yeah, and it gets kind of boring. So this kind of helps keep it fresh, and it makes you think about, you know, just certain topics, different questions that you probably won't hear, you know, normal couples talking about. So we're gonna do about 5 of these questions. So you want to start?
Why don't you start, babe?
Okay.
Ladies first.
Okay. Are you aware of a time that your partner overlooked something annoying that you do? What was it? Have you thanked him or her for their patience?
I could think of a time. I could definitely say that it's been I'm sorry, I don't know.
You see, these questions really have you thinking, like, I never really thought about that. Like, that is crazy. Anyway, next question. Most of us idolize great love stories, partly because we envision only the most romantic moments, especially when it comes to movies. Why do you think we do this? And what kind of potential harm might it cause to your own marriage?
I definitely say that I think we do this, like, we get this perception of how this love is supposed to be off of some of these movies, like babe, she loves
The Notebook. Oh my gosh.
And I mean, it's a cool movie and everything, but it's not reality per se. I could definitely say that we could it could hurt our relationship based off of wanting it to go that way, and it doesn't go that way because it's not real.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, it could happen.
I mean, it could happen, you know, definitely, if you're like in the movie.
Right. Because, you know, everybody want to be Cinderella, you know.
I know.
But that's only if the shoe fits. You feel me? Like, how you gon'
Man.
how you gonna be in? I just don't. I mean, that was the most fake story I could ever remember.
Yeah.
Like, don't nobody go around no city looking for a girl to fit this shoe. Like, that just don't even make sense.
I know, because I'm telling you, like,
But we grew
what
up
if
on
your
that
foot,
kind of
you know,
love.
swell up or something like that?
We grew up on that kind of love.
Yeah.
So today we're like, yeah, you know, if the shoe fits.
If the shoe fit.
Next question. If you are crying about something, how do you typically want your partner to respond?
I'll let you go first on that.
I really don't know. It depends on what they're crying about, I'm gonna say. First of all, because we're not really criers. Well, we cry religiously, you know what I'm saying? Like, within our faith and things like that, but like, we're not easily to cry about certain situations. And that may just be because our faith is, you know what I'm saying, that concrete to where there's not really a whole lot to cry about, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
But in the event that we do cry, it's tough because we don't normally cry, you know what I mean?
So it's kind of hard to understand, like, how to actually deal with the thing. I could definitely say, like, I remember at your mom's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there, like, it was kind of hard to know what to really do, because I was so emotional to see her cry. You know what I'm saying? It hurt me just as bad because you never want to see a spouse, the one that you love, go through something so painful.
Right.
And so, it was very difficult knowing how to really handle that situation. So I just held her. And I just let her know I was there for her.
Yeah. Well, thank you, baby. I don't even remember all of that, but
I could definitely say. I remember one time that I cried in front of you. Let's see.
Did somebody die?
I think I held it until I got to the car. What about the time when my brother got shot?
Oh, yes. Yes, you did.
But that was we were kind of new, we were kind of fresh.
I don't even recall what I did, and we were young, too. That was we was 2 weeks into our relationship? That happened so suddenly that I really didn't know what to do at that moment in time. But I'm sure I probably was it's okay, we're gonna like do it and all this other stuff. In general, how do you feel about professional counseling? Is it something you would ever consider if you needed help? Why or why not? And I'm gonna say I feel strongly about counseling just because I think that it's easy to get kind of wrapped up in one another's opinion about, whatever it is that you're going through in your relationship.
Okay.
That somebody on the outside is always, going to be better. Not that you're trying to prove a point per se. And I will say some couples kind of get wrapped up in that. We need to go to counseling because I need that counselor to let you see that you're the one that's over here. You the problem. You're the one that's in the wrong. And that's not necessarily what counseling is for. It's really, for both of you to vent, let it out, and to actually hear each other. I think that, when you're in the heat of the moment, you're not really listening to one another. So, for that third person to be there and to listen and hear you out, they're really just like a mediator. And I think that counseling is definitely a good suggestion.
Yeah, I really believe that, just the professionalism that's in it. They understand some things that we don't understand.
Right.
They can see some things from the outside looking in that can actually help us.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I believe that we do get like she was saying, we get caught up into our opinion and our perception of how things are going or how things are, when in reality it's not really like that. It's just a filter that we're actually receiving it in. And so I do really believe that professional counseling it's good. We do it. We go see our pastor and our first lady. We see outside counselors. We've seen different counselors where they dealt with some personal things, some things that was going on inside of us from our childhood that we need to bring up that can help out our relationships, because you never know how much your past can affect your future. So I agree. I think that it's amazing to go through professional counseling. If you're about to get married or anything like that, go to premarital counseling.
Yes.
You cannot skip that. That thing right there is very serious. It's something that's going to
save you.
It can save you. It saved us. It saved us. We didn't have it all. It hasn't always been together. So it's that thing right there. It kind of triggers some of our thoughts of what we went through when we went through that type of counseling, and it helps us to keep on pushing forward, thrusting and moving forward and not looking back, because it definitely helps.
Trusting in God can seem pretty abstract at times. Can you think of a time when the two of you did this in very realistic terms? What did that mean to each of you? In very realistic terms.
Very realistic.
Real.
Okay. All right.
For real.
How about the time that trusted in God? Okay, I can definitely say this. I remember when I was out acting foolish. I was doing all kind of dumb things. I wasn't faithful, and we were just together. We wasn't married or anything like that. However, her feelings were valid. I mean, you know, she still was a person. She was going through things that I put her through, but she prayed. She kept on praying, even though I was acting, you know, out of character. And as she kept on praying, I remember that she would still invite me to church. We were broken up. She would invite me to church, and when we went to church, she was still there. I mean, she was still by my side. She never left me and let me just linger. So it was like, it had to be faith, you know, that held that thing together. It held us together to be able to even, you know, continue to trust.
Yeah.
So.
And just to elaborate a little more on that, I think that my piece with that was definitely trust, just because, I don't know, like when I first met you, I just really, like, I knew like you were gonna be great. I just knew that it was something that was gonna be for you, you know what I mean? And like all the stuff that you were going through when we were kids, growing up together, like I'm just like, no, that ain't it, you know, no, that ain't it. And it just seemed like, even though in reality it seemed like it was going downhill, something wouldn't let me just say, okay, we're gonna be done with him. He's not what you think he is. Like, I really had to put my faith and my trust in God and say, you know what, like, no, you know what I mean? Like, no, this is the man for me. I know God sent him for me, and I cannot give up on him, you know what I mean? So I think that was a great demonstration of trust, you know, just trusting in God and allowing him to do his work, and, you know, praying over you and letting that thing go. And here we are.
Have we ever thanked each other, like, for displaying the faith? What you mean? Like, it says in the book, it says, have you ever thanked them? Thank you. I paying for the wedding and all that stuff. Like,
paying for the wedding was that was a wonderful demonstration of trust, okay? Yeah. Because I was still in nail school, so we didn't. He was working, you know, full time. I was in nail school, and at the time, when he proposed, I think I had just quit my job at Walmart because I was working third shift at Walmart. And you know, we were just really kind of making ends meet, but we were also paying for this wedding. So it came time for this wedding, honey, and when I tell you,
oh man, 2
pennies, 2 nickels to rub together, we got to the wedding day and was still paying stuff, you know, because that day, like, we literally didn't have no money. And the crazy part is we got married on the 9th, and we hadn't even paid our rent yet. Like, it was bad. Like, we hadn't even paid our rent at our apartment.
We was waiting for that knock
I
on the
don't
door.
even know what we were thinking, because we didn't have no money. It was like we weren't even thinking about where we was gonna lay our head after this wedding. Like, I just don't even understand.
We had the wedding on that wedding dress. That's
and then we had a wishing well wedding. So it was like, please, Lord, like, just let people come and drop their money down in that well. Man. And that guy came through. I'm telling you, that was a complete. That was a stupid move. I cannot lie. Okay.
But it was stupid, and like that, it was like stupid faith. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but for
like,
some
it was
reason,
cool.
We knew.
It taught us.
Yeah, like, we knew it was gonna work out for some odd reason.
Jesus, like, work it out.
We sat there on that floor, counting out all that money out there, wishing well. We had enough money to pay our rent and go on our honeymoon.
If I haven't, I want to say thank you. Thank you for holding on in the midst of.
Yes, babe. Thank you. Yeah. For putting up with me. Okay. All my shenanigans.
We in it to the end, babe.
I'm sorry. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so. We'll have the link somewhere in this video. Again, this book is called Love Talk Starters. You can find this book probably online somewhere. If I find the link on maybe like Amazon or eBay or something like that, I'll put that in the description box. But yeah, that's it for today's couch conversation. If you have anything that you want, any topic that you want us to talk about, feel free to comment below and let us know. But in the meantime, stay blessed and have a good night.
Hey man, stay
have
blessed.
A blessed one. And peace.
Peace, love, and prosperity.